Today's lesson is talk to proper military staff before shooting on military land. That lesson might sound like a no-brainer, but my friend and I shot our USC School of Cinematic Arts application video in Fort Ord, and we didn't talk to anyone. Story 1. November 6th, 2011. I'd gotten some experience in the film industry by this point. I'd acted in 2 features, I'd directed a short film, I'd worked on the same set as an Academy Award winner, and I'd started to get excited about this potential career that was in front of me. So I decided to pursue filmmaking into college, as did one of the other founding members of ATAEC Studios. The 2 of us applied to several film programs, but we really wanted USC, and we needed to submit a film along with our applications. I wanted to do something that was action-packed and fun while set in a location that was tied to Monterey County. Thus, a spy thriller set in the abandoned military base, Fort Ord. Obviously, a lot of people trespassed in that area for things like paintballing, drug use, or a place for the homeless to sleep. So it had this apocalyptic, burnt-out feeling to it, and no one cared if we were shooting films there because, well, at least we weren't shooting up there. You know what I mean? Technically, it was only a few months away from getting national park protection, but we didn't have any issues going out there to shoot at that time. The film was originally going to be called Operation Break-In or something like that, but when we were coming up with ideas, the editor thought the title Operation Forced Entry was funnier, so that was what he exported it as. We've dealt with those jokes ever since. But the film was about a pair of spies that get double-crossed while on a mission, and it involved a fight sequence with prop guns on the military base. Now, we didn't get in trouble for this because 1, we were minors, 2, there was no profit involved, 3, Fort Ord had been left in a state of disrepair for decades, and the military had allowed people to visit and use the land without repercussions, and 4, and most importantly, no one saw the fake guns. However, it's my understanding that in general, you're going to need explicit permission both to shoot on military property or show military buildings, and to use guns in that production, even if they're props, and you do not want to get on the US military's bad side. I think most of the world will agree with me on that one, so be extremely careful when arranging a production on military property or when using military uniforms and logos and that sort of thing on camera. It's my understanding that honesty and accuracy is what they'll be looking for. Tell the Army, Navy, or Air Force rep exactly what the film is about and how the military is depicted in it, and be accurate and pay attention to detail when using military uniforms and costumes, and you should be fine. But if you bring fake firearms on base without informing anyone that the guns aren't real, you might not be fine. We were lucky that we were. In regard to the film school application, I had one more ace up my sleeve, so to speak. I reached out to Jeremy Royce, the director of photography from Where the Sky is Born, and I asked him to write me a letter of recommendation. He agreed to do it, and I thought that a letter of rec from someone who I'd worked with who was already attending USC would help, but unfortunately I never heard back from him when I asked for it. Maybe it just got lost among other emails, maybe he just didn't want to put in the effort. I'll never really know. Fun fact 1. My friend and I were both rejected from USC's School of Cinematic Arts program, so the film did not manage to accomplish its purpose at the end of the day. York was a difficult high school, even without attending a trade school at the same time, so unfortunately my grades were below competitive to get into most film programs. And no colleges really seemed to care that I'd been enrolled in other classes at the same time. And even if I had gotten in, I would have needed some serious scholarships, grants, and financial aid in order to attend. I've been told the best way to get in is to apply to USC as an undecided major, and then to apply for the School of Cinematic Arts program once you've already been accepted to the university itself, but I don't know if that still works. But because of my grades and finances, I ended up going to the safety school that my high school's college counselor had recommended I apply to, just in case I didn't get into the ones I'd wanted to go to. The college didn't have a dedicated film production major, which disappointed me. But it was in LA County, so that at least made it acceptable for me to go there. And that's how I ended up going to Whittier College. Fun fact 2. This wasn't the end of the road for Operation Forced Entry just yet. It sounds a little worse said aloud than when written down. Anyway, we submitted to a local film festival to see what other people thought, and we took 3rd place at the Salinas High Film Festival. That was the first time I'd ever submitted a film to a festival, and our first time winning an award for a film. So even though I didn't win first place, we were just happy that we placed at all. So, words of encouragement: submit to your local film festivals, not just the big ones. Fun fact 3. Abandoned Fort Ord has been the location of a number of films, music videos, and TV shows, including the zombie web series Crisis, made by Kellen Gibbs. But that's another story. Anyway, that's my lesson, story, and fun facts for the day. I tried to include info for friends, filmmakers, college applicants, film festival applicants, and more. So, hopefully you learned something along the way.
What the hell are you guys doing here? You were supposed to check in yesterday.
We were captured.
You said the house would be empty.
Sit down, guys. Intel was wrong. Did you get the chip, though?
No,
How'd you escape?
We learned that in training.
we all did.
You taught us yourself.
Look, you guys have been through a lot. Take a couple days paid vacation. Get your heads in order. I'll see you on Wednesday.